Welcome to an Idrivesafety training video. We are here to provide information and a demonstration for steering techniques. What's legal, what's allowed on a test, what options are there, and what is the best practice based on the research and evidence. There is a lot of misinformation about steering, so let's see if we can help. Drivers have developed a shuffle influenced by the ineffective instruction industry. It's not an effective steering system. You look like you're trying to either be a wiggle or the disco's back on the radio. Shuffle is not steering. Parents and teens think that this is the system. Although that is not true, it is easy but seriously ineffective in all level 2 and 3 driving conditions. It will let you down. Hand over hand is legal and allowed on your driving tests. If you join the police academy or the armed forces, you'll be taught effective and correct push-pull, which as you see demonstrated is top to bottom. It was developed by the English police force, had big guns. You also had to have a moustache to join the police force at one time in England. In fact, without a moustache, you weren't admitted to the police force. So it shows how old and antiquated that system is. If you do join, they will teach you the effective way, but shuffle is not an effective steering technique. For all progressive states with effective education, the drive tests allow you to cross your hands. If you hold your hands like that, you're going to have to do that Gangnam style. But otherwise, it's that short little quarter turns where you'll need to start with your hands at 9 and 3. 10 and 2 went out years ago with the advent of the airbag, and all your controls are now down at 9 and 3. So it's just those short little quarter turns, 12 till 9 or 12 till 3. You either do them faster or you do them slower. You do them more or you do them less, but it's just those quarter turns. Now, repetitive practice will automate the action. So once you start the process and begin to automate it, it will require a fair amount of repetition to start the foundation, but then also create a solid understanding and start to automate it. You're going to need to use endpoints. And that rear wheel becomes an integral part of this because we drive a vehicle based on that rear wheel making it round the corner. So we're going to use our endpoint based on our hands starting at 9 and 3 as to not just where we're turning to so much, but how much we're going to need, because we're going to start at the 9 and 3. Then alter the amount we steer, and it becomes a key to how much turning we're going to need to do to get to that end point. So we're either going to turn faster or slower, more or less, depending on that end point. So once you get the eyes and the coordination of the hand over hand, your focus based on an end point will then drive it. So you won't look at your hands will be driving the vehicle, not slipping back into that shuffle mode that again looks like you're practicing to be a wiggle or something else. And that push-pull, as you can see, is nowhere near as fluid as the hand-over-hand system. It will drive your steering to a much safer understanding. It's also just a better way to understand steering as you move through obstacles, moving left and right, left and right. Giant car parks are great, ovals are a great place to start, so that you just end up turning to a point rather than just steering. Turning right into empty car parks in a giant car park, universities on weekends or other places are a great way to start the practice. Off-road, by far an easier way to start with this. This is one of the foundations in driving, along with position on road and that multitasking or CPA, continual partial assessment. In the middle of a turn, if you need or have enough, it's okay to just hold the hand there. The shuffle does mention that your hands won't stop moving ever. You have all your controls at your fingertips, as I just demonstrated, which is why that 9 and 3 is by far a superior place to hold your steering wheel. Idrivesafety, so can you.